Jesus freak here, and I'm gonna do this before I completely blow my voice out. So, yesterday, I started the process of potentially getting diagnosed with PTSD. And one might say, well, why do you want a diagnosis for that? Well, here's the thing there's a number of conditions out there. You'll have a lot of people claiming to have them for clout, for sympathy, for attention. And if this becomes common, then the typical response is going to be, you know, this condition is bogus. And you're just a sympathy chaser. If you want sympathy, try the dictionary. Maybe you'll find it somewhere, but syphilis. While mental health diagnoses are no joking matter. And I mean, there's a lot of people that be like, oh, it's just my OCD or whatever, they'll just casually, flippantly say something like that. Sometimes a mental condition can actually be disabling, crippling. And I've had multiple therapists suggest that I might have the condition. The problem is that because I'm autistic, it can be hard to tell where the autism ends and the PTSD begins. If it's a type of PTSD that originated in childhood, and a lot of diagnoses related to this are actually very recent and not well understood. I got to work on my balance there. I think in the past, people trying to diagnose my situation have tended to err on the side of caution because PTSD is a hell of a diagnosis to have. I said, look, a lot of people think autism's a fad. Never mind, I've had this diagnosis since 1988. Depression isn't well understood. Chronic depression is not very well understood even now. I can't say it didn't exist. I mean, Black Sabbath did a song about chronic depression in the early 70s called Paranoid. But enough people know someone with PTSD. You can't say, "Oh, it's just a fad." Having, a diagnosis and be taken seriously. I'm less likely to have, you know, people accusing me of being a fake. It's like, well, that's what it is. And if I can say that, I'll be taken more seriously and I'll get more understanding. Look, I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm just looking for someone not to say I'm faking it or that I'm trying to get attention. It's not what I'm doing. It's not what I intend to do. It's not what I ever had. So it's like, yeah, you got this on your record. You got this on your record. You got that on your record. See, when I was younger, I was taught, just tough it out. You know what? That's one of the worst things you can tell a person, especially if they have, you know, genuine disabilities. It's not just in the head. You can only tough it out so long. You're gonna burn out. Jesus freak out.